So listen to the EC. Point 11 of their statement says the commission wishes to inform the general public that the voters exhibition exercise is in itself is an audit. The exhibition offers an avenue for the auditing of the register. It unearths discrepancies and allows for prescribed legal processes to correct the discrepancies. Perhaps this is the first time the NDC has taken interest in the register. Otherwise, one would have expected them to call for such an audit of the 2016 register, which contained photos of plants and animals representing voters. This is the Electoral Commission speaking.
How can you issue such a statement?
I'm saying this is the Electoral Commission speaking. Let me repeat it again. It says the Commission wishes to inform the general public that a voters exhibition exercise in itself is an audit. The exhibition offers an avenue for the auditing of the register. It unearths discrepancies and allows for prescribed legal processes to correct the discrepancies. Perhaps this is the first time the NDC has taken interest in the register. Otherwise, one would have expected them to call for such an audit of the 2016 register, which contained photos of plants and animals representing voters. It is important to note that contrary to what is being alluded, since 1992, the voters register has never been audited. This is the Electoral Commission.
You see, the Electoral Commission must recognize that without political parties, they don't exist. And their work is a constitutional mandate under the 1992 Constitution. And what is expected of them is professionalism, impartiality, fairness. They ought to conduct their operations in a manner that engenders confidence amongst the populace. And when they are communicating with us and with the parties, they do not have to exhibit such gross bias. I mean, this is a direct insult at the NDC.
Yesterday I read
how can you put out a statement saying that a whole political party, I mean, by far the most successful political party in Ghana's entire history, you tell the party in a statement that this is the first time they are taking an interest in an exhibition exercise.
Is it perhaps?
Why do you make such a statement? It's so offensive. It is unacceptable. It is disrespectful.
They say in 2016 you should have called. And when I read that, I asked myself whether the 2016 register was prepared by an entity other than the EC itself.
Yes. You prepared that. It's your organization. And you see, that is what we keep talking about. If you read their statement, you listen to them.
Yesterday I read a story which says that Dr. Bosman says the media should call out people who make insightful statements. And I was like, whoa.
Dr. Bosman.
That's rich.
The same Dr. Bosman who described the NDC as a threat to democracy. Any civilized jurisdiction, he will have resigned. You have no business remaining at that commission. So, look, these guys, when you listen to them, you read their statements, they can't even pretend that they are not NPP. They cannot. So, by that statement, they are saying logically that the NPP not complaining now, not raising issues now, the NPP hasn't taken interest in it.
I'm just informed that
they are not reading.
I'm just informed that Samuel Tete, he's now the Deputy Director General, right?
Yeah.
I'm told that in 2016 he was the Director of Electoral Services when they were the trees and plants.
Yes. Yeah. And
as he claims.
Yes. And political parties don't compile the register under the Ghanaian Constitution. That is the mandate of the Electoral Commission. So why attack the NDC if there were some anomalies with the register? In any case, is that not further grounds for what the NDC is saying? That clearly we don't have a perfect system. It's a human institution. There can be challenges. There can be credibility deficit. When they are detected, you should be open for an audit. And it's happened before. It happened in 2016. I remember the work that the VCRAC CRAP committee did. Why is this? Why is this? Why?
Did that have to do with the NHI one?
Why
The
is
courts thing when they were actually removed?
Yes. So why is the Electoral Commissioner, Jane Mensah, so averse, to any kind of audit of a system that will bring everybody together? Independent
this is what they say. This is what they say with what you've just said. They said, we have also noted comments by the NDC to the effect that the very doctor that created the problem should not be the doctor that will resolve the problem. The EC must agree for an independent body to audit them. The EC holds a contrary view to the position held by the NDC. We reiterate that it is the EC that is clothed with the responsibility and capacity to address discrepancies in the provisional voters register. The Commission has been doing this since 1992. It has the experience to do this and does not require any external organization to do its work. So that's your response.
This same EC has allowed for many actors to get involved. The whole IPAC arrangement is about building confidence. Previous electoral commissions could have said that, look, under the Constitution, we are an independent body, it's our mandate. We are not inviting anybody. Nobody is going to come close. We are not going to allow any third party to look into our work. But consistently...
But this EC has said same in the past.
But consistently, we have allowed the whole IPAC arrangement. It's become a convention. It's not by law. But it has helped to bolster confidence. And that's the point we are making. When you have an electoral commission that is so biased, their statements are so biased, so offensive to the NDC, you have the likes of Dr. Bosman describing the NDC as a threat to our democracy. You have some foot soldier, a party communicator in Sunyani, who has now been appointed a commissioner, Apia Hene. When you have these partisan-infested characters at the Electoral Commission, certainly people will raise concerns. Legitimate concerns which are factual. And that is why I am going to urge the good people of this country to participate in Tuesday's Enough is Enough. Look, we've had enough of this belligerence, this bellicosity. We've had enough of this nonchalance. We've had enough of this clear bias. Issuing rude statements, being condescending, being so discourteous, being so condescending. We've had enough of all of that. They serve us. They serve the Ghanaian people. It's the Ghanaian people who have mandated them to carry out this duty, even though some of them have no business being appointed there because they are clear partisan hacks. Absolutely no business. Clear foot soldiers who have no business being at the Electoral Commission. Be that as it may, we are going to assert our right. And it's not the first time that there will be demonstrations. You remember the Let My Vote Count group? I'm told the leader is now the NPP parliamentary candidate in Nkoko.
Was it that a street protest that they use water cannons on Ochredako? Was it the same?
Yes.
There have been many street protests.
President Mahama set up a probe into the police action.
I remember my CJ participation. You remember Daniel Furiata, who died shortly after. He was beaten to pulp. There was actually, was it DCOP Ufuri? I forget the name, who said that he was actually looking for John Mahama. You remember? That it was John Mahama. He thought John Mahama will participate in the demonstration. No, they're talking about the CJ, the one Daniel Furiata was beating.
Okay. Well, I thought we were talking about that.
And never recovered. No, I thought you want to take us into demonstrations where...
No. Because you mentioned it, I just want...
Where people have been beaten or have been harassed.
In this country, we've had so many demonstrations.
Yes.
So, and all kinds of CJ...
Yes. Okay, I thought you had forgotten. I thought you had become blurry.
I'm trying to identify the particular demonstration. That's why
I'm discussing a demonstration that is yet to occur.
No, you brought
Tuesday's demonstration. Then you see, because your mind is so fixated on equalization, everything you have to equalize. You must go back, go into history. You know, I don't know if you want to be. I don't know if you want to be a history professor when you retire from politics. I mean, the fixation. We are talking about. Look, our demonstration hasn't even happened. We are talking about Tuesday's demonstration.
I thought he was analyzing your comments.
You know, and then.
But questioning my integrity. I'm making my comments based on my objective.
But you're here.
As soon as he had demonstration, he had to look for opportunity to equalize for a demonstration which has not even occurred. You know,
Where is the equalization?
Yeah, I mean, most shocking.
How many times did you score an equalizer during your football days?
He had mentioned. I hope you are listening.
Yes.
He had mentioned a particular demonstration.
Yes.
And I'm saying there have been so many demonstrations in this country. There's been AFA. So I lose count.
Yes.
But when you mentioned Electoral, I wanted to identify it by asking if is that the particular one when it's happening.
Yes.
That's all.
Okay.
Then he said this is equalized. I understand.
Okay.
I haven't mentioned the NDC.
Okay.
We're talking about the police action.
Okay.
How is that? I don't understand it. That's why I'm saying, please, rein him in.
So everybody knows that your equalization is really just out of control, and you know, you just have to rein yourself in. But the point I'm making is that, look, we've had enough of this posture of the Electoral Commission. I will call on all Ghanaians to join us on Tuesday. We're doing it across the regions. It's going to be
next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, from 8 a.m. All the regional offices of the EC will see red and will see us demanding our rights. You have to bear in mind that under Chapter 7 of the Constitution, it is our right to demand free and fair elections.